two interpretation of 어때요. Welcome back to another video at KSTYLEYO. My name is Inyoung. If you're new here and interested in learning Korean language and culture, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so that you don't miss anything in the future. So today I'm gonna talk about this very common phrase used with 어때요. I wanna start with what the dictionary form is, how to use this correctly in sentence structure, and show you guys sentence examples. At the end of the video, I'm gonna give you a summary and also homework to do. So let's get started. So let's start with what dictionary verb 어때요 is coming from. Dictionary form is 어떻다. When you hear this sound, 어떻다, it sounds almost like T. You don't pronounce H here. 어떻다. So this is irregular conjugation. So you're going to drop H as the last consonant and replace O to A. 어때요? In polite speech, 어때? In casual speech. This goes to other verbs that have the same format, such as 이렇다, to be like this, 저렇다, to be like that. So 이렇다 also becomes 이래요, 저렇다 becomes 저래요. So what's the meaning of 어떻다? 어떻다 is to be how. Keep that in mind that this is a verb, 어떻다. You probably see this in other formats such as adjective, 어떤, which is interpreted as what kind of, or 어떻게, which is how. So for the sentence structure-wise, when you use 어떻다 verb, since this already includes to be, you're not going to use an object. So remember to use subject only. So now let's get into what are the two interpretations I'm gonna talk about in this video, and I'm going to give you some sentence examples. The first interpretation is how is noun. This noun can be referring to something or someone. In Korean structure, noun is actually subject noun. So subject noun plus 어떻다. Literally when you want to ask somebody how is something or someone, you can use this one. The second way to interpret 어때요 is suggestion. I recently made a video of 3 ways to make suggestions in Korean. I didn't include this phrase because I knew I'm gonna make a video about it. But if you're interested in finding out additional 3 ways to make suggestions, please click the I button and watch the video as well. So when you're trying to suggest somebody to do something, so you're gonna use 어때요 as well. So let's dive into some examples to clarify everything. So first examples of how is something or someone. How's the friend? 그 친구 어때요? 그 is the 친구 friend. 어때요? To be how. I didn't use subject particles because it implies that 그 친구 is actually subject. If you were to add a subject particle, you could use 그 친구는 어때요? Or 그 친구가 어때요? But 그 친구 어때요 sounds most natural. How's the Korean food? 한국 음식 어때요? 한국, this is Korea. 음식, food. 한국 음식 becomes Korean food. 어때요? To be how. How's the Korean food? 한국 음식 어때요? How's the work you do these days? 요즘 하시는 일 어때요? 요즘, these days. 하시는, this is from a verb, 하다, which is to do. By adding she to the verb root, makes the verb more polite. 는 makes this verb into an adjective. 하시는 일, which is work. 하시는 일 becomes the work that you do. 어때요? Be how. 요즘 하시는 일 어때요? How's the work you do these days? So second way to use 어때요 is suggestion. You can still use 어때요, but you can interpret this as how about, why don't we? 이거 하는 게 어때요? How about doing this? 이거, this thing. 하는 게. 하는 is from a verb 하다 that becomes an adjective. 하는 이게 is actually 거 plus subject particle. 하는 게. So as in doing. So this becomes doing as a noun. So 이거 하는 게 doing this. That is the subject noun. 어때요? How about? How about doing this? 이거 하는 게 어때요? How about meeting next week? 다음 주에 만나는 게 어때요? 다음 주 next week. 만나는 게 again 만나다 verb to meet that becomes an adjective by adding 는. 만나는 게 is a thing plus subject particle. 만나는 게 that becomes a noun. Meaning. Like I mentioned, think of it as how about. How about meeting next week? 다음 주에 만나는 게 어때요? How about watching a movie? 영화 보는 게 어때요? 영화, movie. 보는 is from a verb, 보다, to watch. 보는 게, that becomes subject noun, watching. 어때요? Be how. How about watching a movie? 영화 보는 게 어때요? So let's wrap up about what we studied today. 어때요 is from a dictionary form, 어떻다. This verb is be plus how. That's why you can only use subject noun. So there are two ways to interpret this verb. The first one is literally asking how something or someone is. How is someone or something? The second way to interpret this one is suggestion. How about? Why don't we do something? So here's your homework you can do. You can use the past tense. How was the party? The second one is, how about going on a trip this weekend? Feel free to leave your answers in the comment down below. If you enjoyed this video today, make sure to give it a like. Share this video with your friends and family who may benefit from this video. If you have any questions, leave them comment down below and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye! Thank you.